As you know, I work with small business owners, large business owners, people who have service-related types of businesses, or people who are also manufacturing products. So they're all across the board. But one of the questions that I get a lot, especially from people who are just starting a business, is, Sheila, where can I find grant money? Like, where can I get free money? I keep hearing about incentives and that they're trying to get behind small businesses, and yet I don't know where their sources are. Tell me, do you know of any? So in this video, I'm going to talk about one grant source in particular, give you all of the information behind that grant source, and in the very end, I'll give you the contact information so that you can go directly online, find out more information about them yourself, and apply, okay? Because this one is not that hard. So I wanted to go ahead and sort of get this video out to you about that one. The grant source that I'm talking about is Amber Grants for Women. It was originally founded in 1998, so it's actually been around for a really long time. They've been written up by other publications, by organizations who've looked at what they were doing and saying, hey, we think this is a really good source based on their sort of mission in supporting women who are trying to build businesses. So, like I said, they were started in 1998, and what they do is they give away $1,000 a month. So that's $12,000 over the course of the year, and then at the very end of the year, you can vote. Actually, you can vote throughout the year, but at the end of the year, they have one person that they select to get $11,000. So think about that for a second. You have the opportunity to get $1,000 if you're applying and you actually get selected for that month. So that's 12 months that you have the opportunity to apply. And then if you're one of those 12, your name goes into the bucket to receive this $10,000 reward at the end of the year. So they've been doing this for a long time. They're very supportive of women, and they're trying to help women get some of the monetary resources. We know there are lots of other resources that we need when we're starting businesses, but to at least help in this respect. If you go online to their website, and I'll give you that information in just a second, if you go online to their website, you'll see that they have a very simple application process. I mean, easy as pie. So they're really interested in your name, your contact information, and tell us about your business and what you would do with the money, okay? It's that simple. So if you're looking for some funding, you know, depending upon your business, you may consider this a micro loan, or, you know, it may be a macro loan. It's all relative, right? But in any case, I know lots of people who are looking for grant money. They're looking for some support to help get started. This is one of those places. And like I said, so there are 2 times that you can possibly win. And the first is if you apply, you know, during the month and you win then. So if you become one of those 12, then you can possibly get selected. A couple of other things I do want to mention. They do have an application fee. So let me talk about that for a second, because sometimes people go, oh wait, there's the catch. I got to pay money to get money, okay? But their application fee is very minimal. It's $15. I know when you're trying to raise money, the last thing that you want to do is give away another $15. But think of this as something that you can use to not only to try to seek funding for your business, but also as a way of building more support for your business. Because at this point, you're letting other people know, hey, I've applied for this grant, you know, show me your support, share, you know, about what's going on your social media. And that's another way to sort of let people know who you are and to get things out about you. If you win, okay, if you win, then that's $1,000 plus you get to share that with everybody. So $15 plus. Remember what I said about what the application questions are? Very simple. So a minimal investment from a monetary standpoint, pulling out your wallet, and then a minimal investment for the application. Like I said before, generally, you know, we sort of poo-poo away from these types of scenarios where you're giving money for a grant. But in this case, numerous sources have looked into them and have found them to be totally credible and stand behind them. And so if I did not believe in what they were doing, I would not share this with you. And again, I'm also going to give you the information so that you can go onto their website, look through all of their pages of information, and decide for yourself whether or not this is something that you want to be a part of. Part of the application fee goes to support the advisory committee that reviews all the applications and makes recommendations. So according to their website, they have anywhere from 300 to 600 applications in any given month. So if you're in a month where they have a low number of applications and yours really stands out, then you possibly have a higher chance of being selected. But in any case, that's sort of the scenario in terms of the process that doesn't involve you. After you give your $15, you're in for review. Part of that funding goes to support just the administrative cost of running this program. Nothing's free, guys. So that's where that goes. So let's talk about some of the criteria, because there are, like I said, $15. Then there's this short little form. What are the other criteria, Sheila? Because surely there are some more. Okay, so there are a couple more. You have to be at least 18. I think I did that. You have to be at least 18. And this is for US or Canadian-based businesses. So if you fit those two, then yes, definitely go ahead and apply. Then finally, I know there's this question that's sort of running through your head. And like I said before, there's a lot of information on their website, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this because it may be something that you're already thinking about. And that is, well, can I apply more than once? And can I apply for multiple businesses? Typically what they prefer to see is that, if you're applying more than one time in a month, then you're actually applying for more than one business. Although that's doable in terms of their process, one of the things I just ask you as somebody who's worked with a lot of businesses is, how many businesses are you focusing on and what's your true goal here? Because you may want to really take a look at that and decide about that before you go down this route of just throwing all of these different businesses out there and trying to get funding for them. Unless it's sort of a scenario where, yes, I have multiple businesses, but they're all sort of related. And the reason they're separated is because there's some legitimate concerns about how they're set up, liability, and those sorts of things. So let's go to that contact information. It's ambergrantsforwomen.com, and that's AMBER, grantsforwomen.com. Like I said before, they've been around for a while, since 1998. You have the possibility of receiving a grant of $1,000, and it's done on a monthly basis. So think about that. The turnaround time is really fast in terms of you getting something in. You're not waiting on some of these cycles that you see with other businesses where it's, oh yes, you submit by January and we let you know by June. Yeah, so this is not like that. The next deadline for the one that's coming up is August 31st, 2018. And of course, for people who catch this video much later, generally the deadline is going to be at the end of the month. So just sort of keep that in mind. As I mentioned before, they have an advisory board that makes the decisions. The application fee is only $15. You just have to be Canadian or a US-based business and at least 18 years old. So get that contact information ready. Be ready to tell them about your business and what you're going to use the money for. Have your credit card for your $15 ready, and you're good to go. Would love to know how many of you are applying for this. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you're planning to, and what kind of business you're going to be seeking support for. Much love and much luck to you. Talk to you soon, and check out my next video.